Lasted 5 years. Felt like a century. Lasted 8 years. Felt like a week. Are we gonna have a problem? You best switch up that attitude. Might wanna switch to a different weapon. Would I? If it's any of these three, you're on thin ice. You can tell a lot about someone by what their favorite Pokemon is. Did you really expect a more powerful Switch to cost around the same as the original? Kinda. Every other Toys to Life. Amiibo. Mario Kart. Smash Brothers. The one game per console rule. Boycott the Switch 2. Demand they lower the prices. It becomes their fastest selling console yet. It is time to go. Was I a good console? No. I'm told you were the best. Yeah, duck you to Luigi. Mamma mia, the Chicago buildings are tall. Now I know how Mario must feel. It's funny because he's shorter than me. Oh Splatoon. I'm just feeling real low. Splatoon. I'm getting my first spin-off game called Splatoon Raiders. Oh shut. For real? Forgive me. Someone make a hairless Donkey Kong in the new style. Third-party games on Switch 2. Gamers. Game keycards. I'ma keep it real with you Nintendo. No one will pay for a 5 FPS camera. Nintendo's going to redesign you. Tiny. For the better. Right? Show me the real Donkey Kong. The real Donkey Kong. Perfection. What is my purpose? Your new power-up made bow set. Oh my god. Basic reading ability is needed to fully enjoy this game. Game has a high skill ceiling. Basic reading ability is required. Warning requires basic reading ability. How would they know? Oak tree. 250 to 600 years old. Yoda. 900 years old. AZ. Over 3000 years old. The sun. 4.6 billion years old. Back for more pain. Huh. You can't hurt me now. Peach. Let's hook up. Don't tell Mario. Okay babe. Samantha Kelly and Takashi Nagasako. Nintendo for no ducking reason. Me predicting that Mario Kart World will be the highest selling Switch 2 game, and $80 games will just be the norm from now on. Pokemon franchise peaked back in 2016 when they had some guys cosplay the bosses in a Pokemon Center and they interacted with customers in character. I think this my favorite image ever. Get this on the Pokemon Center floor 2016 colorized. Me who can't, because I'm poor as duck. Everyone else enjoying the Nintendo Switch 2. They managed to export Nintendo 64 graphics to the real world. The artist. Oh man, I miss Mario Kart 8 gameplay. The audience. Holy shit. The two best Mario Kart on the same console. They gave me back my ace. I can shut. Nintendo has unruined Mario Kart. Sometimes I love Pokemon logic. Like how can Wooper learn Ice Punch with no arms? Here's my take. Jidhub runners. Tenki runners. You. People paying for it. Boycotters pirating it. Me who's probably just gonna wait like 3 years until I get it. Why not use a monk Pokemon? We got Angry Monk, Normal Monk, Lazy Monk, Fire Monk, Grass Monk, Smart Monk. Mariola has always confused me a bit. Saving Princess Peach, playing golf, tennis, and having go-kart races with the guy who squidnapped her. All this talk of Donkey Kong's redesign has me sitting here thinking no one knows what they're talking about. For me, the whole brow idea is stupid. I think he looks far better without them. Feel free to thank me later. Nintendo, create 9 dungeons for The Legend of Zelda. Nintendo, make each of these dungeons and their layouts with as much efficiency as possible to conserve limited memory. Nintendo, you end up only using about half of the memory limit for the game. Nintendo, you end up only using about half of the memory limit for the game. Nintendo, use the remaining half of the memory available to create a second quest unlockable when you beat the game. Clouds and bushes are the same thing. Hunter Schafer, when offered the role to play Zelda, a goddess in human form. It's like, I was made for this. Tech reviewers with kids this week. Can I play with it? Why isn't it doing anything? Because there is no answer greater than silence, and no nourishment greater than forgiveness. Butch. My grandma. Me in a time where games I want are slowly becoming more and more expensive. An endless supply of GameStop gift cards. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see that. What the duck? Edgy video game theorists be like, Mario the war criminal emerges victorious. Do you have any of those Switch 2s left? Yeah, a couple. Imagine drunk driving this mother ducker. Can we have a Switch 2? You already have a Switch 2. Yeah, but what about Zelda themed Switch 2? Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. Me who got the Kamakorb, the non-player character being transformed into the character I'm trying to unlock. Hey everyone, I'm Guy. Yeah, no shut. Easy, Goomba. Thank you for telling us, Pianta. We love you. Proud of you, Pianta. I just hit someone with my car. I believe in Princess Peach supremacy. Me and Pigman are here to take your Nintendo villain card. Fellas, if your favorite Nintendo character is an animal, uses his eggs as weapons, tasked to protect a young version of famous Nintendo character, loves fruit or fruits, that's not your favorite Nintendo character. That's Donkey Kong. If you were in Mario's world, don't eat that mushroom. It will make you see things and die. It's called a flyagria. It's highly toxic. Toad was right in the Mario movie. You will die. Reject modernity. Embrace tradition. When you're enjoying the Switch to launch, but something feels off compared to the Switch ones. I think I miss arms. No one sees the me inside of me. When you're stuck babysitting your little brother or sister or cousin instead of being at a party with your friends. Me, my little sibling I have to babysit. Singapore, Thailand, and the Philippines waiting for June 26th. Australia, Europe, Japan, New Zealand, North America already having the Switch 2. I'm battling the Elite Four with a Gen 14. Does it have a Staraptor, Luxray, Lucario, and or Garchomp? No. Yes. I'll have you know that I saw Mario, Bowser, Peach, and Donkey Kong receive awesome transformations, and I only cried for 20 minutes. This is where I would put my themes, if I had any. I've never been more uncomfortable. Charge hopping onto a rail, tricking and flipping off it. You were supposed to help me win the race, not lose it. Modder that are probably going to make a mod to stop that when the Switch come out. Nintendo making everything to stop modded by deactivating their Switch 2. Me trying to remember what console Super Mario 64 came out on. I think I forgot something. If you forgot, then it wasn't important. Yeah, you're right. Super Mario Maker 3. We are you era fans fighting tooth and nail to defend their favorite console. Me. Nintendo doing literally anything with Donkey Kong. Nintendo bricking someone's Switch. Modders who bought a million of them. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Mario Kart World. Look at what they needed to mimic a fraction of our power. Seeing all the dash items in Mario Kart World. My face when Pikmin Wii says my name on startup for the first time since I got the game 15 years ago. Gun. Name someone who's been through more pain than him. I'll wait. Games that don't even have 3D in their title. Super Mario 3D All Stars. Super Mario 3D Land. Super Mario 3D World. How could they buy the Switch? We were supposed to boycott it. Are you really surprised by that? Nintendo fans would still get the games if the console and the games themselves costed $1 million each. Donkey Kong Artist Mode got me like, I'm gonna make some weird shit. POV, Nintendo Switch 2 owners right now. Donkey Kong Direct confirmed Donkey Kong was just hanging out with her best friend Pauline, and Mario was trying to squidnap her. Bonanza's Rambi is designed better than Tropical Freeze's Rambi. Donkey Kong, Country Tropical Freeze, Donkey Kong, Bonanza. Everyone who can't afford the Switch 2 right now. Mega Evolution Donkey Kong. The song has restored my strength. This man is not Ashton Hall. Fan games don't hurt your revenue. Nintendo. Me on a first date showing off my Nintendo collection. Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct. Odyssey devs made the Odyssey Bowser section and said, "We cooked so hard here. Let's put it on stimulants and turn it into an entire game." Me, Mom, can I have Switch Lite? Mom, we have Switch Lite at home. Switch Lite at home. Still can't believe this is an official Nintendo picture. Do not want. Your Wii is not thirsty. It does not want orange juice. Nintendo confirms next Mario game will just be a gif of Mario saying woohoo and will cost $2,500. 8 years later, and I'm still a Nintendo nerd LMRO. Actors aging between Netflix seasons. Mario Kart World. Great build quality. Good specs. Pay for chat. Online play. Super expensive games. Scrammy Nintendo practices. Me considering buying a Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2 reportedly sold over 3 million units in its first 24 hours. Via Nintendo Prime. Do society a favor and lock yourself away before you do even more damage to the gaming industry. Guys, I bought the Switch 2. How normal people should treat. Insert lure for Nintendo users here. Game. $80. Nintendo game. $80. What causes this phenomenon? Pricing the Switch 2 with $450, which is more than a PS5. Release it with a Mario Kart game. No OLED screen. Pricing all of future Switch 2 games with $80 price. Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch. You can't use a machine you bought with your money till the people who literally sold it let you. Actually dystopian. Some fans have already received the Nintendo Switch 2. It's locked behind a day 1 patch and can't be used until June. Several major retailers are cancelling Switch 2 pre-orders last minute due to not having enough consoles. Customers affected may have to wait a month or more for Switch 2 restocks. Nintendo Entertainment System Mario. Even though I only have 8 buttons to press, my gameplay is exquisite. Switch Mario. Too many buttons. How do I jump? Nintendo the moment they see you modding in their Switch 2. A couple of months ago, when I was 100%ing Luigi's Mansion 3, I was doing a lot of multiplayer mansion games trying to get the rare ghosts, and after one of these sessions, I got a friend request from one of the people I played randomly with. Anyway, his name is Luigi, his profile pic is Luigi, and his library consists solely of Luigi games, and I've never seen him play anything else, so I just have to assume Luigi himself is my friend on Switch. Nintendo. Step forth and state your chime. Evil Dora. I made a copy of your game released in 1991 with better graphics and more refined gameplay. Nintendo. Nintendo. We will take our sweet time with this one. Nintendo can brick any console now. Random quacker dude. So you're telling me there is a chance to brick all consoles at once? The fact that Mario needs to question Mark Bulks to kiss Peach is crazy but canon. Okay, we need some ideas to make the Nintendo Switch to the best console we've ever sold. 4K graphics. A new Mario Kart game. Lower the goddamn prices. A true conversationalist. Hey Pocket Pair, how's it going? Pal World deleting Pal Gliding due to Nintendo patent lawsuit. Damn. Nintendo fans. Thank you for being so accommodating, friend. In case you haven't caught on, Nintendo, I just slipped my nut down your throat and you thanked me for it. Switch, Nintendo, Wii U. Ghosts in Mario games when you turn around. If I don't own my Nintendo Switch and the games I pay for, then I don't have to pay full price. Nintendo. Nintendo euthanizing my childhood dog. It's a copyright infringement of the Nintendogs brands. Nintendo game prices. Do we have to sit like this? Xbox game prices. Nintendo raising their game prices to $80. Xbox. The Nintendo Switch 2 is too high in price. No way can I buy it. People who are trying to pre-order it. Liar. How I feel. Being on Best Buy's website refreshing the page for the Switch 2. Nintendo. Stop using emulators. It's hurting our business. But I want to play Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. And not only are you no longer making the DS, but you also haven't re-released the game on your current platform. So either I'm buying the game and system from someone that's not you, or I'm illegally downloading it. You lose money regardless. Nintendo. Nintendo can get around the tariffs by using floating claw machines just outside US waters. You can take a boat and pay $450 for unlimited attempts to win a Switch 2 from a claw machine. Hades 2 will be a Nintendo Switch 2 console exclusive at launch. The roguelike sequel will eventually come to other platforms. Nintendo looking at everyone, blaming Trump for the prices. My game is better than his. Open roam. 24-player race. More additional characters. New mechanics. And more coming. My game is not $80. New episodes of Phineas and Ferb, a new Nintendo console, and an economic recession are on the horizon. Me who doesn't know anything about Nintendo watching people freak out over Switch prices. Steam wins. Xbox gave up. PlayStation is too lazy. Nintendo is too greedy. Does nothing. New Mario Kart. Fans. It's $80. Fans. When you ask the Nintendo fanboys why the new Mario Kart and Donkey Kong game costs $80, Nintendo, leave the multi-billion-dollar company alone. Nintendo, I'm charging extra for a tech demo. Are you? Nintendo, I gave away my best games for free. Drop the price. Nintendo's first post-direct stream is flooded with angry fans demanding price drops. The main madness to me is Welcome to being a paid product. You guys, it's literally a glorified manual. Why are you charging us for this in a post-Astrobot world? Nintendo, are you sure? From Software. Sony, yes. I can't believe they named it Switch 2. What a lazy name. Nintendo announcing Switch 2 game pricing. $60 game in 2017. $80 game in 2025. Nintendo, we must sell our games for $80 because duck you. Valve, buy 10 games on sale. $80 for all of them and enjoy countless hours of fun. $80 for a new Mario Kart. $500 for a new Mario Kart bundled. Nintendo, games will cost $80 for digital, $90 for physical. And so began the Great Pirate Era. Emulation. Nintendo Switch 2. Everyone's wallets after seeing the new Nintendo Switch prices. Me finally coming to terms with games being $70. Nintendo. Nintendo raises the price of games to $80. PlayStation and Xbox. Write that down. Write that down. Gamers complaining about Switch 2 game prices. Nintendo officials unfazed as they know gamers will buy it eventually. Nintendo Switch 2. 120Hz. 1080p. Mouse mode. Steam Deck. Call the ambulance. Steam Deck. Not paying €90 for games. But not for me. Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, Steam. You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. Nintendo, $80 for a Switch game. Nintendo, $80 for a Switch 2 game. Mr. Squidward. Though looks like a fun free game. Discover all the secrets inside your new console with Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome to a paid downloadable launch title for Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2 games will cost up to $80 for digital, $90 for physical. Nintendant. Wii U vs Switch 2 sales, Q1, 2025. Wii U, 13 million. Nintendo Switch 2, 0. What are the Mario and Wario brothers views on? Mario says. Luigi says. Wario says. The Luigi says, what a touching story. A young boy from Thailand dreamed about having a Nintendo Switch. Due to not having good financial conditions, he fabricated his own using cardboard and markers. His father moved, filmed him and posted the video on social media. After going viral, it got to the eyes of Nintendo's CEO, who went to Thailand personally and sued the boy for $2.5 million for copyright infringement. Two men, two mustaches. The Movember battle has begun. Nintendo America. Shave yourself the embarrassment, Eggman. Maybe spend time grooming that stash instead of capturing woodland creatures. Nintendo America, we are so proud of you right now. If only Mario paid as much attention to his princess location as he did his mustache. Small store business in the countryside of Costa Rica. Nintendo loses legal battle against Costa Rican supermarket called Super Mario. Pikmin 4 caves vs Pikmin 2 caves. All Pikmin can safely ride on top of Ochi to avoid them getting spread out. Cave layouts are fixed, so they can be memorized, and you can leave and return to any sublevel whenever you want. If a Pikmin gets hurt, the characters will immediately inform you and tell you how to save the Pikmin if possible. If you still have the misfortune of losing a Pikmin, don't worry. You can turn back time at any moment in order to undo your mistake. Hey Shadace. Catch. Hoping someone is on your team based on their level. Hoping someone is on your team based on how cool their name is.